All right, shalom, shalom. All praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the sincere Archeum out there pushing the word. Okay, abroad throughout the four corners of the globe. This is Tyler Yoff, GMS Boston, coming back with a quick impromptu. All right, and as you can see, right, it says Putin tests launches Satan 2 nuclear missile to make West think twice. Right, and this article's just to say, you know, that he knows that he has superiority over, you know, America in their missile defense, so to speak. Okay, and these are the things that were talked about before, okay, that were prophesied through the scriptures. When you get Joel, okay, the second chapter, which we may read it, we may not. But yeah, man, this is to say that the end is closely approaching, whether you want to know or don't want to know. But that's the consensus. Now, as you see, things happening in the world. It says the Samad ICBM was launched Wednesday in northern Russia with its practice warheads reaching Mach targets more than 3,500 miles away on the far eastern Kamchatka Peninsula. The Kremlin said the Sarmat is the most powerful missile that has the highest range in the world, and it will significantly bolster the compatibility of the country's strategic nuclear forces. The Defense Ministry said in a statement, Putin, who has repeatedly threatened to use his nuclear arsenal since invading Ukraine in late February, said that the tests should prove food for thought for the West. This really unique weapon will strengthen the combat potential of our armed forces, reliably ensure Russia's security from external threats, and make those who, in the heat of frantic, aggressive rhetoric, try to threaten our country think twice, the warmongering leader said. Okay, that's all I'm going to read on that. Now, the bolstering is of the Spirit of the Lord coming from out of Putin's mouth. Okay, and we'll get it right here. This is Ezekiel 38. And when you read the 38th chapter, all right, it talks about Gog and Magog coming forth, all right, to put their troops in array, okay, against Babylon the Great. Now start from 9. This is Ezekiel 38 and 9. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all the bands and many people with thee. All right. Thus said the Lord power. It shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And that's the bolstering. That's why he keeps on saying that, you know, his nuclear arsenal, which is the Lord's nuclear arsenal, is the best that anyone has ever or is going to ever witness. Okay, it was in Planet of the Apes 1, all right, and I believe Planet of the Apes 2. Okay, the not the remakes, but the original movies. And I think Planet of the Apes 2 had a missile there with the USSR on it. So this is something that Esau already knows. Okay, he knows how it's going to play out in the end, but he can't stop the march toward the end from happening. All right. And those missiles are going to be used as stated. Okay. It says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of the unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and have neither bars nor gates. Okay. And that could be equated to also, back then it was Israel, but today is going to be the land of Babylon the Great, aka America. Okay. And take this place out. That's what you're getting ready to see. I want to read this too real quick. This is Psalms 21 and 9. Let's open this up. Let's go here. Go back to the blue letter. I'm trying to see where to start at. I'll start from 7. It says, for the king trusted in the Lord, and through the mercy of the Most High he shall not be moved. Thy hand shall find out all thine enemies, thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Right? And that's all the enemies of the children of Israel. And that king is going to be the rock. Okay? King David. Okay? It says, for the king trusted in the Lord, King David, and through the mercies of the Most High he shall not be moved. Okay? So that's in the times to come. Alright? Because the enemies of the nation of Israel were in the past were thrown into a fiery furnace. Alright? As it states in Joel the 3rd chapter. Okay? This is why this nuclear destruction is going to go on. It says, thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. And that goes into, I believe, Malachi 4. Let's see real quick. Real fast. Malachi 4 and 1, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Right? So when we go back to 21, it's going to say that. It says, their fruit shall thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischief device which they are not able to perform. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready then arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. Right? And that's what you're seeing with the bolstering of these nuclear arsenals. And it's not only going to be Putin, it's going to be the world over. Okay? When you read Jeremiah, the 50th and 51st chapters, it says that those nations are going to become angry, right? And they're gonna put themselves in battle array against the nation of Babylon, okay, or the kingdom of Babylon. I say that because the nation that's here, that's doing this wickedness upon the earth, is the nation of Edom, okay, the so-called white man, okay. And it says, be thou exalted, Lord, in thy own strength, so will we sing and praise thy power. And to say that is when you read Joel the 3rd chapter, man. This is the payback. All right. The Lord is going to use his own people to destroy him. And when I say his own people, okay, at first it's going to be the nation of Edom against the nation of Edom. All right, as it states in the scriptures as well, it should be Egyptian against Egyptian. Okay, when you first get out the gate. But you know, when you read Ezekiel the 38th chapter, it says all these bands are going to be accompanied with him. Okay, let's try to get that for edification's sake. And it's 5. All right. I'm going up to 4. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shields and hammer, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Tergamah, the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Okay? But right out the gate, the evil thoughts in Putin's head, man. Okay? So it's going to be him coming out the gate, but then all these other nations are going to join on to him and say, you know what? You're right. And as you can see, India's already fired up. China's already fired up. Iran's already fired up. Okay? So the instrumental is almost already playing. Okay? All we need is the fat lady to start singing. That's it. So the saying goes, okay? When you read Salaki brothers, a little bit under the weather. When you read Joel, the 3rd chapter, this is for the nation of Israel that this is going to go down, man. This is the end of the kingdom that furthered the affliction of the apple of the Lord's eyes. It says, for behold, in those days and that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, northern and southern kingdom, okay? Or the southern, which is Judah, and the northern, which is Jerusalem. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have casted lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink. Okay? And that's why He's gonna gather these armies together, and when this time comes, you know, definitely be assured that these countries are not going to be too far away from setting these missiles on their course. Like I said in Job 2nd chapter. Okay. It says, blow ye the trumpets in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. All right, and they're talking about those missiles. He's describing them as people. It says a fire devoured before them, right? That's that warhead, okay, that hit every target 3,500 miles away, as stated in that article post. Okay, and behind them a flame burneth. Okay, the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yeah, nothing shall escape them. Okay, and as you can see on the right side for verse 3, it says, fire burns in front of them, and flames follows after them. Ahead of them the land lies as beautiful as the Garden of Eden. Behind them is nothing but desolation. Not one thing escapes. And that can only be done by the ICBM nuclear missile. Okay, so yeah, man, this thing is real. This thing is heating up. All right, for all you naysayers, for all you pseudo-Christians out there underneath slave doctrine that can only preach love and can't see the real truth behind the scriptures of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, okay, the revelations of Yahweh Shai, or the reveal of Yahweh Shai, okay, this is what it is, this is what it's going to be. All right, so with that, I'm going to say all praises due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Ba'arash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom, Abba Ball, Kwame Sharala.